Dad kicked me out for being a burden while my stepbrother laughed and said I deserved it. Now years later they are begging me to let him crash in my apartment because he is unemployed. Leo had called her right away, probably crying about how mean I was to him. She was hysterical and was yelling at me, asking me how I could be so cruel to him when he was trying to apologize. She said that I had hurt him deeply, that he was just a kid back then and I was punishing him as an adult. She said she did not raise me to be so hateful and unforgiving. I just told her that she did not raise me at all after I was 17, and I hung up on her too. I have not spoken to any of them since. I feel awful. I feel drained and angry and sad all at once. The fight with Leo was terrible, and hearing my mom defend him and attack me like that just ripped open all the old wounds. But at the same time, I know I was right to stand up for myself. His apology was a joke. He did not care about what he did, he just cared about getting my spare room. Your comments helped me see that and I am so grateful. I don't know what will happen next, but for now, the answer is still no. I will update again if anything else happens. Thank you for listening. Final update. Hello again, everyone. This will likely be my final update on this situation. The past month has been a roller coaster, but I think things have finally settled, and I have a resolution. After the huge fight with Leo and my mom, I went into a period of complete silence. I blocked Leo's number and I muted my mom's texts and calls. The constant notifications were giving me anxiety. I needed space to just breathe and process everything that had happened. The validation from my last post was still a huge comfort, and I reread the comments whenever I started to doubt myself. It was my anchor in a really stormy sea of family guilt. Then about 2 weeks ago, I got a call from my aunt, my mom's sister. I mentioned her in my first post. She had called me before and sort of gently nudged me to be the bigger person. Her tone was completely different this time. She did not start with any talk about keeping the peace or forgiving and forgetting. She just said, "Honey, I am so sorry." She told me that she had a long talk with my mom after our last fight. She had asked my mom to tell her, from the very beginning, everything that happened when I moved, kicked, out. My mom finally told her the whole story, including the part I had told her on the phone about what Leo had said to me. My aunt told me she was horrified. She said she tore into my mom. She asked my mom how she could ever, for 1 second, think it was okay to ask me to house the very person who had been so cruel to me during such a traumatic event. She apparently laid out for my mom, in no uncertain terms, how deeply they had all failed me, not just back then, but right now by trying to force me to ignore my own pain for Leo's convenience. My aunt then just listened to me. I talked for almost an hour. I told her everything. About how scared I was at 17, how hard I had to work, how lonely I was, how Leo's words felt like a final twist of the knife. I cried a lot, and she just stayed on the phone and let me. She told me my anger was justified. She told me I had every right to protect my home and my peace and that I was not a bad person. It was the first time anyone in my family had ever really validated my experience. It meant the world to me. A few days after my call with my aunt, I received an email. The subject line was just my name. It was from Leo. I almost deleted it without opening it, but I saw the first line in the preview. "I am not writing to ask for anything.